Well, that was annoying. Just sort of cut me off. Hey, welcome back. Hopefully Vibes comes back as well. Yeah, my Wi-Fi just decided it was done working for a moment, and I also needed to update my laptop, so I figured that probably wasn't helping anything, so I updated it, and now everything's fixed. So we can get back to where we left off. As I pondered this, Adine's request came to mind. I used Bryce's machine to make a copy of the map for her. Bryce probably wouldn't approve of me giving evidence to civilians, but I'm sure he would never even realize it. You acquired a map. For now. Cartographer. Alright, let's do this as well. According to the report, the investigation of the building was halted due to the acute danger of its collapse, and the damage that the surrounding water could cause. Since the building had unknown historical and technological value, there was a plan to drain the water pockets. The legal permission had not yet gone through, however, and it would take some time for the equipment to arrive. For now, the building was stable, as long as it remained undisturbed, but for obvious reasons, no one was allowed to enter. There were patrols guarding it day and night. Huh. Look at the time. I better wrap it up here. Yeah, I looked at the important shit. Whew, it's getting late. I better head to the police station now. You were just at the police station! You're gonna go to the police station, back to your apartment, back to the police station? What's wrong with you? Just fucking stay at the police station! That's such a waste of time! You fucking moron! Do I have everything? Alright, let's see what Sebastian will say to this. There you are, Draco. It seems to me you've taken a liking to Bryce's chair. Maybe. I could get used to this. Don't tell Bryce, though. By the way, good job calling the police when you heard Reza. It's too bad he got away again, but maybe a witness will come forward and we'll find out what happened. Now, let's take a look at what you've got for me. I've only got one thing for you. What you learned about the map is fascinating, if not a little unsettling. While it's good to have confirmed its origin, to know that it came from your world is something else. It raises more questions than it answers. How could something like a whole building end up in our world? It's a mystery that needs to be answered. Not bad, Draco. Not bad at all. Thanks for your help. I do what I can. I know, and your help is greatly appreciated, believe me. Especially since we're so short on staff right now. That'll be all for today. I'll contact you if we need anything. Of course. See you next time. See you. Finally, a free day. What should I do? Adine, obviously. We have her fucking map. Here we go again. Here we are again. Just a minute. I hope I didn't forget anything. Said something about going to the beach? Yep. You know, I'm glad they decided not to send you away after all. Me too. Oh, guess who got her entry confirmation for the stunt flying competition? Is it me? I'm gonna go with is it me for the lols. Don't be silly, Draco. I've got it right here in black and white. We are happy to confirm your entry into the annual stunt flying competition. Please have your competitor number ready and show up to the organizator's booth at the summer festival by... Well, who cares about the rest? I'm in! That's great! Yeah, but the festival's pretty soon. I have to make the most of the time until I get, I have to make most of the time until then to get my skills up to par. Thought you already had years of experience. Yeah, but now I have to practice the best routine I can possibly come up with. Not to mention making sure I can execute it flawlessly when the time comes. Practicing it in general is very different than practicing for an event like this one. I see. Are you ready to see some stunt flying? Sure. Let's go then. Also, I have your blueprints. Are we gonna talk about that? I mean, let's skip the scene because we've already seen it. I should have some bandages in the cabinet over there. I'll get them for you. What now? Would you do me the honors? Of course. Where should I start? I think it's this joint right here. Yep, definitely. Okay, let me try to get this right. Here, that should do it. How does it feel? Much better. Maybe with this I can even start practicing again in a day or two. Just be safe. Of course. Oh, I totally forgot. I still have that copy of the map for it. Yes! No, I figured I'd just hold the map for no reason. Yes, give her the map. By the way, I have something for you. Really? What would that be? Ta-da! Is that what I think it is? If you think it's a map of the underground building, then yes. Wow, I really didn't expect that. How did you get it? Let's just say I had the chance to inspect it alone, and there was no one between me and the copier. There was no one between me and the copier to stop me. That's amazing. You know, people could get in big trouble for this, right? Well, it's yours now. Do with it whatever you want. I guess I will. I have to warn you, though. What about? You might have heard about the water pocket surrounding the building. Any kind of disturbance could be fatal for any prospective explorers. Yeah, it does feel pretty nice and warm, doesn't it? I heard about that. Is it really as bad as they say? Yes, it is. Be careful, or I'd be careful if I were you. Or at least wait until they've taken care of the water pocket, so there's no danger if you decide to pay to visit. Alright, it'll be a while till I get the chance to visit anyway. All my free time right now will go towards practicing for the competition. I see. Well, thanks for the help with the bandage, and sorry about cutting practice short today. I guess you didn't get to see any proper aerobatics after all. It's no big deal. Your health is more important. Thanks for coming, at any rate. You're welcome. Guess I'll leave you to recuperate now, and maybe I'll see you next time. Sure thing. Bye! Looks like I have some free time today. I mean, I would stick with Remy's line, but now we have this new person, Haru, and, like, we never actually are, like, we met him at Chapter 3, so I feel like this is one of the only times we're gonna have to meet with Katsuharu, so I'm gonna meet with Katsuharu. That makes sense? I feel like it makes sense. There you are. I wasn't sure if I was going to find you from the description you gave me. Well, this corner's where I do business. You could have asked anyone, and they would have told you where to find me. I see. Now, what would you like for your ice cream? Well, what do you have to offer? What do I have to offer? As for the main dish, I have ice cream gelato, frozen yogurt, frozen custard, soft serve, sorbet, sandwiches, popsicles, melon sherbet, cold taffy, snow cones, and halo halo. Damn, he's got it all. He doesn't have just ice cream, he's got frozen desserts around the world. A premium emporium. Yeah, I mean, I kind of like it, but I hear what you're saying. This is kind of a repetitive beat to it. But it's very poppy. And now I'm stuck dancing to it. Anyway. Alright. For sides, I can offer you waffles, sticks, pretzels, cups, wafer cones, cake cones, sugar cones, chocolate coated cones, double cones, or vanilla cones. That's a lot of variety you have there. Jesus fuck, it might be easier for him to just tell us what he doesn't have. And I haven't even started about all the toppings. Now you know why I have to keep dragging this big cart everywhere. Excuse me? I'm sorry, but we're closed. You don't look closed. But we are. I really want to buy ice cream, though. Please? It's really hot, and I'll pay you twice as much. Sorry, we're closed. Can you at least tell me when you're going to open? When I feel like it. Now, off you go. But... Katsuhara waved a claw dismissively. Off you go. Sheesh, whatever. I'll just go and jump in a lake or something. What, do you hate the police or something? Why did you come here when you're closed? This is just my spot. Has been for a long time. I'll open for those pesky customers later, but right now, I have a guest to entertain. It's called fun. I see. How long have you been doing this? I've been in this business for over 40 years now. Oh, wow. You see, I'm this town's only real ice cream vendor. Well, it's a good thing you have literally the entirety of iced treats since time immemorial. Sure, you could just go to the store and buy any pre-made ice cream nowadays, but it's just not the same. My customers know that. They love my ice cream. Of course, I don't just sell it. I also do ice cream parties and catering. Ice cream parties? Only for very special occasions. The townsfolk must really like your ice cream then. Oh yes, business has been wonderful for decades. Lately though, everything just seems to be going down. Why is that? Every day less customers find their way to me. If I don't sell everything, things start to spoil and I have to throw them away. I never had to do that before. If it keeps going like this for much longer, I might have to face the reality of bankruptcy. I was planning to retire in a few years, but I can't. Not like this. It wouldn't be nearly as bad if I hadn't also lost my savings recently. Jesus! Katsuharu, things have gone down south for you. Jeez. Oh no, what happened? Well, I happen to be an avid player of a game called Mahjong, and just as it so happens, sometimes people play it for money, too. You lost all your life savings by gambling? That's the funny thing about gambling. Sometimes you win, and sometimes you don't. Sometimes you win big, and sometimes you lose all your savings. That's just how it goes. I think that's what we call gambling addiction, Katsuharu. You're supposed to realize when you've lost too much, and then you stop. It becomes addiction when you just keep going. Like, oh, well, I've lost so much. I mean, I can't leave now. Yes! Yes, you can leave! Leave! Protect your money, you fool! You're having a bad time. Leave! I see. How do you decide to become an ice cream vendor, anyway? I have quite a history, human, so I hope you're prepared. Well, I am an ambassador, so if you have a story to tell, I'll listen. As you wish. Damn, Discord is popping up constantly in the corner there. Maybe I should just close Discord. I have fond memories of my childhood. When I was little, we had a confectioner in town who offered all kinds of specialties, from cookies and sweets to cakes and chocolates. The owner was a kind old dragoness, who made everything that was sold in her shop with her own two claws. Her confectionery was always very good, but it was her ice cream that was truly exceptional. Even as a small child, I could always taste the difference, even when my peers didn't care and proclaimed one ice cream as good as the next. As I grew up, I came to a fundamental understanding about people. There are those who are content with the lowest common denominator, and those, like me, who could appreciate the finer details in expertly crafted things. I talked with her when I heard of her plans to retire, to see if someone else was to continue running the shop, or if she had taken in an apprentice, but to my utter dismay, I learned that this was not the case. You see, she was the kind of humble person who didn't think of herself or her wares as special in any way, so she never felt the need to preserve them. I realized that without my intervention, her art would be lost forever. I begged and pleaded with her to not let this happen, but she insisted that I had vastly overestimated her skill. It was not until I ran out and bought some of her some of the store-bought pulp they dared to call ice cream that she gave in and agreed with me. As a creator, she of course had never felt the need to buy some for herself when she could just make her own. That was a bad read, I'll try that again. As a creator, she of course never felt the need to buy some for herself when she could just make her own. And after only eating her own wonderful ice cream for all these years, it had just become ordinary for her. She'd never realized how exceptional it truly was. Even though she was already at retirement age at the time, she took me in as an apprentice to teach me the fine art of confectionery. I was her student for a few years and learned the basics of many different recipes. But unfortunately, she passed away before I could learn the secrets to a particular blend of ice cream. For the next couple of years, I traveled from city to city to find her relatives or confectioners of a similar caliber in order to find the last ingredient of her recipe. Going from one disappointment to the next, I finally tracked down a distant nephew who remembered her from his own childhood. Even back then, her ice cream had apparently been very popular in the family. He was very happy to hear that she was able to fulfill her dream of owning her own confectionery. However, after he told me that the recipe was a confectioner's own, and that she had never divulged it to anyone else, I had to realize that this was a secret she had apparently taken with her to the grave. Nowadays, people tell me that I have surpassed her. What they don't know is that all the different recipes I use, all the varieties I offer, came to be when I tried to recreate her recipes. I never succeeded. Just look at the number of different ice creams I sell. People tell me how impressive that is, and how they're all wonderful. They think it makes me better than her, but she only ever sold a single flavor, a single variety. She never needed anything else because that one flavor was perfect. I can only ascribe my own success to what I learned from her. Of course, this corner is not the only place where I sell ice cream. I also have many spots in the surrounding villages, but even out there I can slowly see the influence of the cities taking over. The trouble is, nowadays, people just don't appreciate art anymore. They only care that they can eat, and not about what they eat. They're too quick to settle for what they can get from the local supermarkets. Ugly, mass-produced pulp. Gah! You know, some of those companies have approached me before. They want to buy my recipes, but I won't let them ruin what I have by making it cheap and easy to produce like the stuff they sell. My ice cream is only what it is because I still make it myself with my own 2 hands. This is the way it has been and how it's always going to be. Mentioned you were planning to retire a few years ago. What's going to happen then? Do you have any students who will take the business afterwards? The dragon gave a big sigh. I wish. I've had a few students who want to learn the art, but they all gave up sooner or later. Why is that? I may be very forgiving, but the recipes aren't. Some steps require manual labor, and people don't expect the harsh conditions that come with the job. Many apply only because they know how successful I am, or how much I sell on a hot day, but they don't see all the work that goes on behind the scenes. I see the same influence of the cities corrupting the youth of today. They are lazy and seek instant gratification, wanting to make the recipes easier and cut corners, but I won't stand for compromise on quality. If there's no one willing to learn, appreciate, and preserve the art, it will tell me there's no desire for my ice cream in this world anymore. Let them have their cheap stuff if that's all they want. I'd rather take my recipes to the grave than let the big companies have them. I have a grandson who may be my last hope. Unlike others, he was always interested not only in eating my ice cream, but also learning what it took to make it. In a year or two, he'll be old enough to become my apprentice if he so desires. I'm not sure if his interest will still be present. Even if it is, I don't know if he'll be able to brave the hardships that come with it. But I have hope. However, that is talk for the future. I have much more pressing problems right now. Like what? You see, this area used to be the popular spot for people to meet each other, but ever since Tatsu Park opened, it's not worth it to come to my corner anymore. The store is closer now. Maybe you shouldn't count on the people seeking you out. You should try coming to the people instead. That's what a cart is usually for, right? Have you tried moving somewhere else? Moving? Well, that's what the wheels are for, right? But this has been my spot for the last 40 years. It's always worked out great for me. I mean, sure, but times change, Katsuharu. You gotta change with them or you get left behind. Considering it's not working out so great right now, maybe it's time for a change. Dragon raised a claw to his chin, his expression telling me he was deep in thought. I guess I don't really have anything to lose at this point. What do you propose? I'm not sure how I let you convince me to come here when this is the place that stole all my customers from me. I mean, it's pretty easy, Katsuharu. Just steal them back. I don't think that's the right way to look at it. The world is ever-changing, and you can't stop that. You have to find ways to deal with it, or else you get left behind in the past. Exactly what I said before. It's too easy to just blame the change and be done with it. You shouldn't really be so quick to give up, you know? All my customers know that the other corner is my spot. How are they going to find me here? I think the people who will buy ice cream will spread the word. You think so? The power of word of mouth. It's summer. I'm sure there are tons of people around who like to buy ice cream right now. Well, if you think you can sell ice cream better than me, then please go right ahead. What do you usually do? What do you mean? Well, what's your usual sales tactic? I don't need to do anything special. People always used to come to me. During my best times, they'd wait for my arrival in lines and I'd be sold out in minutes. I see. That may have worked out before, but these times call for different measures, I think. We set up the cart at one of the busier corners. Once it was ready, we only needed to get the word out. Ice cream! Ice cream! Ice cream by the one and only Katsuharu here in Tatsu Park! Get some while supplies last! It didn't take much to make the people in the vicinity take notice. The first customers arrived quickly. Of course, everyone recognized Katsuharu and loved his ice cream, but they also commended him on this new location. Others, however, were attracted by me, the human that was generally under police protection, openly selling ice cream, gave people plenty of excuses to come over for a short chat. Soon, people were flocking to the cart, as word got around of the human selling Katsuharu's legendary ice cream in Tatsu Park. Could I get one of these, please? Of course, what ice cream for my favorite art student? How did you know? I've seen you around. Besides, your accessories kind of gave it away. Oh, okay. I need some ice cream. My colleagues are dehydrated from working in the heat. How many cups would you like? Let's make it 10. Alright, here you go. 10 cups plus 1 extra just for you. Thank you, I'll make it count. Business was booming, but it wasn't until a certain person showed up that things were about to get serious. Well, this is interesting. Minister! What do you think you're doing here? Well, what does it look like? Looks like you're selling ice cream, and since I personally know Katsuharu, I know that it's exquisite ice cream at that. Not a bad guess. I don't want to tell you what to do, but if the trade commissioner finds out about this, I won't hear the end of it. He'll probably be blathering about unfair competition and abuse because of your status. Oh dear. I wouldn't mind his complaints, you know, but since I'm in charge of your visit, it's going to come back to me, and he's going to want an explanation. I just wanted to help Katsuharu, that's all. Help him? Is he in trouble? Alas, the human speaks the truth. Ever since the opening of Tatsu Park, my business has been plagued by drought and become forsaken like a desert. Well, it's not hard to see why when you keep standing at your old spot on the other side of town. It was Draco's idea to come here. And it was a good one. You don't look like you're having much trouble here at all, my friend. That was a bit of a fumble. Yes, I have to admit defeat on that front. But in hindsight, all successful ideas look like good ones. My friend, how come you never told me about any of this? I could have arranged something for you. I was sure you had more troubling issues yourself than taking care of a businessman who should be taking care of himself. Well, I won't stand for this town's only ice cream vendor going out of business. With this new location, I don't think you'll have more trouble, but in order to resolve this little situation right here and now, I think I'll have to go with a different solution. You want to sell some ice cream, Draco? Then I'll just have to buy the rest of... okay. I'll just have to buy the rest of your inventory. Minister must be very hungry then. Or very hot. Maybe both. I'm sure the other employees in my building will appreciate a little something to combat the heat. Would you mind if I borrowed this cart for a while? Otherwise, I'm not sure how I would go about transporting it all safely. Not at all. Just let me know when I can retrieve it. Of course. Well, that went really well. Well, that was interesting. This could hardly have turned out better for me. I can already feel the excitement of my glory days returning to these old bones of mine. Sounds like you two knew each other. Indeed, I have served her ice cream since the beginning... the beginning of my career. Talk about a long-time customer. And a good one, too. I know she not only has enjoyed my ice cream out of a tradition or necessity, but also due to an appreciation of the finer arts. She's a connoisseur like me. And she bought the whole inventory. Yes, but don't just see her as a big spender. She's a true patron of the arts. Do you like her? How dare you say something like that about her? She is a muse, an inspiration. Her lifestyle embodies the philosophy of my art. And you ask if I like her. Pah! I see how it is. Anyway, I guess I should be thanking you for the help again. There's no need for that. I'd offer you some more ice cream, but I'm afraid we're all out for the day. For the day. Actually, I didn't even have one earlier. What? Yeah, that customer you didn't want to serve interrupted us, and now Emra took the rest with her. Oh, you're right! What a great shame. You sold all my stock, yet didn't get a chance to indulge in the luxury yourself. Huh. I didn't realize she was 52. It's kind of hard to tell the age of a dragon, you know? I would have guessed 30s. It's no big deal. You know, you could come by next time when I'm in town again. Now that you've saved my business, I'd let you eat all the ice cream you want. Thanks, I'll take you up on that offer. Well, maybe not all of it, or else I might go bankrupt again. You know what? Fair. I'll take some of your ice cream. Met with Katsuharu and saved his business. Good job! We got the artisan. Loss Passion. Intuition. Chapter 4. I awoke with my eyes fixed on the ceiling wallpaper. A sense of dread lingered from a nightmare I no longer remembered. How many more times would I see this apartment before I returned to my world? Or before something happened to me? I got ready for the day and tried to shake off those thoughts. Hey, Draco. And right on the minute. You show up at this time every day like clockwork. Clocks are reliable, and reliability is good in this line of work. I've got something for you. An envelope from the facility. That wasn't a question. An envelope from the facility? Oh, these are results from the tests that Anna ran on my blood. She must have sent this before she was... No, it's no use thinking about that now. Maybe the test results will be able to help us. Let's see. Remarkable similarities in the genetic makeup, particularly the brain structure. Oh, I suppose this isn't the only reason you're here. The chief will explain everything once we get there. Let's not keep him waiting, shall we? Yeah, let's skip ahead. If anything, with you there, we might be able to convince him to give up. Or we could act like we intend to trade you for the eggs if he tries to use them as a bargaining chip. You're not really going to use me as ransom, right? We'll see about that. Suppose if it's necessary, I'll have to play along. I've got your back. If there's one thing we could do to make this whole situation even worse, it would be messing up with you. We have the element of surprise. If we walk into this base right now, we risk Reza lashing out with his weapon. If we want to resolve this peacefully, observation is probably the way to go. I guess we won't need Draco there for that, though. True enough. Alright, Draco, you stay here and wait for further instructions. We may need you at a moment's notice. Don't do anything without us telling you to, you understand? Okay. Alright then, let's go, Sebastian. After you, Chief. And Maverick, good job. Thanks, Chief. Shortly after they vanish, Maverick also turned to leave. Then I had to wait. Bryce and Sebastian were observing the farm now, and if anything new happened, I would be the first to know. I spent some time looking around Bryce's office, studying the material he had gathered about the case, though there wasn't any information that I didn't already know. After a few hours, the telephone in his office rang, and not sure whether the call was intended for me or Bryce, I picked up. Draco? Yes? I think you need to come here. I'll give you the directions. No problem. And away we go! There you are. So, what happened? What happened? Whole lot of nothing. There was no movement to or from the building in the time we've been watching. He usually operates during the night, so maybe he's just asleep? In that case, it would be best for us to go in before he has a chance to make his escape. Or maybe he's not even in there anymore. He could have seen us and slipped away unnoticed, with plenty of time to destroy the evidence while we've been waiting here. You're right. Either he's still inside, or he's already gone and not coming back. Let's go in. What should I do? You're coming with me. Sebastian, you walk around and watch the back of the building, just in case he tries to escape. I'm on it, Chief. So we have two options here. The first is that you stay here and I go inside. This way, if Reza tries to flee and sees you, it might throw him off. You might be able to stop him, or we'll get into a standoff. I can tell him you're here as well. And the second? You go in first, and I follow you. This way, if we find him, Maybe we can resolve things peacefully. You might be able to talk to him, and even if it doesn't work out, you've got me and Sebastian nearby to stop him. I don't think he's planning to harm you on sight, and if we can hear things starting to go wrong, we might still be able to surprise him. So either way, we take him by surprise. I just have the option of talking to him first. I think you can pull it off. Maybe if you're there, he won't act as irrationally as he would if I was suddenly standing in front of him. I'm not going to force you to if you don't want to, though. I think we should go in. I mean, I don't think we've seen the you go in, but I think the I go in is just the better option in general, so I'm going to pick that one. Normally I'd hand this off to you guys too, but at the same time I'm like, I should probably just take it. Because I'm pretty sure I've only seen the I'll do it option. But I get the feeling if I do the you go in, if I remember correctly, there's a bomb set up to go off, and Bryce might stumble in it, and that's bad news. Alright, let's go. We slowly made our way to the front door. I took a deep breath and tried to prepare myself for the possibility of facing Reza. The tense scenarios and things I could say to him rushed through my head as I pressed down on the door handle. The door inched open with a creak, but I noticed a slight resistance and a strange sound that made me hesitate. When I looked down at the source of the noise, I saw a taut wire through the gap in the door, hovering over the floor of the entryway. Alright, have a good night, Vibe. That was a pretty close call. You know. Too bad Reza wasn't here after all. Maybe he ran when he saw us approach? Strange for him to leave everything behind, though. Everything he's stolen, all the generators are still here. Do you think the trap was for us in particular? Probably not. It was likely more of a general safety precaution. If he had any time to prepare for this, he would have taken the stuff with him. True enough. I had no idea you could make a bomb out of a generator. Then you just haven't been with us long enough. If you know how, it's not even that complicated. And Reza somehow figured it out? Apparently so. Does he have any skills pertaining to engineering or electricity? Well, he's worked on cars before and fixes a lot of things back home. I guess that would qualify? He could also have done his own research. Either way, this makes him even more dangerous. At least we now have a whole building's worth of clues. Draco, can you get to your apartment from here? We'll be busy with the scene for a while. No problem. I'll leave you to your work then. Good job, Draco. Thanks. I'm surprised you called me back so quickly. How's the investigation going? Well, the investigation is going swimmingly, but as you can expect, we need all the help we can get. As usual. With how this case has been going, we've realized we must employ external help. Oh? Yeah, we've requested assistance from one of the cities. We hope they'll send some good investigators our way soon. I see. We were so close today. He could have been in there, you know? Maybe we just came a few minutes too late. And if he knows how to make bombs from generators, who's to say he won't start using them elsewhere? At least he doesn't have any right now, does he? You said all the generators that were stolen are now accounted for. True. Still, this whole case is growing to be too much for a small-town police department. I hope you'll get all the help you need. Me too. But right now, you can help us again. Well, what do you have for me? When we searched the building, we found more than things Reza stole. We also found this bloody bandage. Do you think that's his? That's what we need to find out, but given all that we know, it probably is. So he's wounded. We know he was injured during the fight with his first victim, but whether this was from the same wound or something else, I'm not sure. In any case, You could bring it to the lab for us... could you bring it to the lab for us to find out more? Sure. Next, we have a witness who reported hearing loud bangs during the night. We'd like to send someone to make a follow-up visit. You'll need to confirm the witness statement, then see if he has anything new to share. Also, now that we have reclaimed your PDAs, we're going to send one to the archives for analysis. Since they have experience with human artifacts, they're better suited to do it than any of our other departments. No problem. And lastly, we have the eggs. It's a relief that we found them unharmed in the building. They're safe and ready to be sent back to the hatchery. Shouldn't we take care of those first? It's not as urgent as you might think. Our eggs are pretty resilient. Being in the care of the hatchery is more of an insurance than a requirement. Some people choose to keep them in their own home until they hatch, rather than having the hatchery take care of it. The hatchery's been notified, but they won't be able to send someone for a few hours. I've heard they're really understaffed. If you bring the eggs and the paperwork to them, you'll speed up the process, but it's not an urgent matter. I see. In any case, I'll just leave everything here until I get to it, so feel free to do the tasks as you wish. I know it's laughable that we don't even have a free hand for simple errands. Don't worry about it. By the way, are you planning to attend the summer festival? Should I? It's hard to think about something fun when I'm wrapped up in this investigation. For sure. It's important to take a short rest so you don't lose your head. There's so much to see at the festival, particularly the big fireworks. Dragons enjoy fireworks too? I would think something like that would feel so commonplace, since many of you breathe fire. It's not quite the same. We still appreciate the wonder of colorful bursts in the sky. On the last day, there'll always be a big fireworks show. Everyone usually attends it. Everyone? Yes, it is great. It has a great tradition behind it. What peeves me What peeves me most is that I'll be on guard duty when it happens this year, so I probably won't be able to see a thing. I'll be sure not to miss it then. Anyways, I should get back to the investigation now. I'll leave the stuff for you here, and I'll take care of the rest once I get back, alright? Sure thing. Good luck, Draco. You too. Okay, so I believe we've done the bandage to the facility, and we've seen the witness, but I don't think I've done the PDA and the egg hatchery, so I think I'm going to do both of these first, starting with the PDA. Doesn't look like Remy's here. Excuse me, can I help you? Do you know where the audio section is? I'm looking for some sheet music. Sorry, I have no idea, I don't even work here. Ah, don't worry about it. The staff all seems to be hiding somewhere. Anyway, have a good day. You too. Maybe Remy is somewhere in the back? Or in his office? Hello? You know this section is usually for fumble, damn. You know this section is usually for staff only. I'm just looking for Remy. I'm supposed to drop off this PDA? Well, he's not working today. Apparently he has other engagements. If you need to find him, you can probably do so at his home. Can I just leave the PDA here? Oh, I'm not going to take responsibility for this if it gets lost. If you want to drop it off, go find him. Okay? By the way, I hope you do not take this personally that I tried to send you away. To be honest, I'm glad that you're still here. Remember, I said that I believed you when you told me your side of the story. I always have to do what is in the public's best interest, and not what they will blame, fumble. And now, they will not blame me if you have any connection to Reza. I hope you can understand that. Here's Remy's address in case you need it. Thank you. Oh, hello, Draco. What are you doing here? I just came to give you this. I was already at the library, but Emma refused to let me drop it off there. I see. Hey, it's one of your PDAs. I told you one would find its way to me eventually. Yep, and now you can look at all the human knowledge you want. You have no idea how much I'm looking forward to that. I may not be working today, but I'm still going to check it out as soon as possible. just going to leave you to it then. Thanks. Enjoy. Alright. And now let's do the hatchery. I was on my way to the hatchery when I heard a voice call out to me. Hello there! Turned around to see an unfamiliar face before me. Wasn't this a fuzzy dragon? Hey, I'm Kevin! Draco, nice to meet you. Could I perhaps interest you in our Midwest institution? Is that some kind of religious thing? Not at all, it's a college. Sorry, but I already got my degree. Yeah, I know, it was just a joke. Oh, so me going to college is a joke now? I'm not good enough, is that it? Not at all. Even if you wanted to study there, I don't think you'll be with us long enough to make use of it. I think that came out wrong. You're lucky I won't take this the wrong way. Whew. So, you're a recruiter for this college? No, it's just my summer job. Once the semester starts up again, I'll actually be attending to get my degree in psychology. College. Wonderful times. Debatable, but okay. Is that sarcasm? Oh, if that was sarcasm, then yes. Agreed. Maybe. I didn't even know you had colleges here, though. Well, you do now. Why'd you even approach me if you know I'm not going to go to college here? Don't tell me it's just because I'm human. I was actually trying to talk to that old lady who walked by, but once you turned around, there was no going back. Ah. Oh, well, thanks for not making things awkward. Hey, I treat everyone nicely until I have reason not to. That's good customer service. And just good life advice, honestly. Don't be a dick to people, unless you have a reason to be a dick to that person. Sure, but it's not just for the job, you know. That's just me. I mean, why would I invite him? I'm heading to the hatchery. Want to help me drop these eggs off? I'ma just excuse myself. Oh, I should really be going. I have some things to take care of. Alright, no problem. See ya. And he's busy with his flyers and stuff. I mean, I know he's a new person, and I could have talked with him, but... or brought him with me to have further connection, but at the same time... this is kind of important. And he's got shit to do, and I've got shit to do, so why invite him? It just didn't seem like the logical step to take. Anyway, here we are again. Hey Draco, what are you doing here? Oh, I just came to drop these off. Drop what off? Stolen eggs. I figured the hatchery would want them back. Oh, I was actually going to get those from the police department later. I'm so glad that they got back safely. Emily, stop chewing my leg! It's tasty! Oh well. Anyway, I was about to go inside, so I'll take those off your hands. Thanks for bringing them here. No problem. You return the eggs to the hatchery. Extraordinary! Ayy! In Loco... I didn't get to see the whole achievement. And so really, I just did the busy work side of things. Thanks for all your help. I'll take care of the remaining tasks, so you can take the rest of the day off. I'm sure you have things to do other than helping the police department. It's no problem, really. My trip to your world wasn't supposed to be a vacation. Alright then, I'll see you next time. See ya. After this faithful day, I was glad to finally have some sort of respite. Respite? Respite? One of those. I'll go with respite. I wandered into the kitchen as I considered tonight's dinner. Should I cook something or order out? When I returned to the living room, I suddenly found my strength leaving me and collapsed to the floor. KO! Sorry, I couldn't help myself. The next thing I saw was a blurry stone ceiling. As my eyesight slowly returned, I managed to sit up. I was in a cave and before me stood a familiar, mysterious face. I apologize for the violence, but I can assure you it was the easiest way. It looks like you've seen this before. Skip to the character selection? Yes. As you wish. Seems there's nothing for me to do this morning. I guess they don't need me at the police department. Not that I mind. Alright. There's no music, though. I was gonna end the episode here, but there's no music, and I'd like to have some music, because that way we'll have a scene, and we'll also have, like, the ending for next episode. I really don't like the fact that there's no music at all at this juncture. Is there... I mean, I don't think I have any music I can play in the background here. On this particular laptop. No, I don't have any music in here. I mean, I could maybe go to, like, the main menu. Well, first, save. Saving is important. I'll save here. Okay. But, can I... Okay, yeah, let's go to the main menu so I have some music. There we go. Oh, hey! Guts is right here. Neat! Alright. But with all of that said and done, I think we're going to end the episode here. In the next one, we're going to hang out with probably Adine and see where that goes. And after that, we're going to head to the end of this particular timeline. I'll see you guys then.